The college baseball experience Corvallis Regional Preview on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. You can win up to 100 times your entry with Underdog Fantasy Pick'em. Sign up today with the promo code TCE SGPN to claim your special pick plus first-time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCE SGPN. And we're also brought to you by the Mega Memorial Merch Sale. 15% off everything in the SGPN merch store with the promo code SGPNMay. And it is showtime once again here, back on the college baseball experience today. This episode, we are going through the Corvallis Regional Preview. Yes, we are previewing all 16 regionals. My goal was 10 to 15-minute episodes. The first three have been 20 minutes. This one, I had this one prepped earlier. The Detroit Tigers Pittsburgh Pirates game was rained out, so I'm back to work. Probably a blessing in disguise, because now tomorrow I'm going to a doubleheader to see Jared Jones and Paul Skeens on the same day, and now it's only wiping out one day of work instead of two. So back here on the college baseball experience, a few more of these will continue, but I've been going a little bit too much in depth, so I'm going to cut back a little bit on some of the nitty gritty. If you're not watching on YouTube, I have displayed these slides every time I have done one of these episodes. So instead of really kind of giving out team stats, I'm just going to display this stat, and I'm going to encourage you to watch on YouTube if you're really looking for team stats. Otherwise, I'm going to dive into more of the player stats and player names and the matchups, and that will be the regional previews moving on. But we've got one more day where I'm kind of diving in full, or one more show where I'm diving in head first into the Corvallis Regional. Goss Stadium, 330 feet down left field, 365 in the left center, 400 dead center, 365 to right center. Right field's 330. However, the dimensions are a little bit smaller, but the ball doesn't fly as well out there in the Pacific Northwest. It's pretty humid air, and oftentimes it's rainy. Oftentimes these regionals are played at night because it's one of the West Coast regionals. So the regional doesn't play as offensive as you would think based off of the stadium. Oregon State's your one seed here, the 15th overall seed. They finished the year 42 and 14, 24 and 2 at Goss Stadium this year. Oregon State has built tremendous depth this season, both with the sticks and on the mound. Given the amount of injuries that the Beavers have endured this season, it is super impressive that they were able to earn a host and rank inside the top 20 of the multiple hitting and pitching stats. Travis Bazzana, he's an Australian superstar in the game of baseball. He's going to draw attention to possibly be the number one overall pick in this summer's MLB draft. Bazzana has a .418 batting average with a 1520 OPS, 26 homers, 80 runs scored, and in 15 stolen bases. Gavin Turley is another leader in the counting stats for this Beavs team with 18 tanks, 69 RBI, nice, and 51 runs, and a 1024 OPS. The weekend rotation goes as follows, and I listened to a couple of the press conferences, so I feel pretty confident that Aiden May is starting for the Beavs here, the junior righty. I think he starts game one against Tulane. He is 6-0 on the year, 2.71 ERA, 70 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 63 innings with a 2.88 SIERA. Game two for most of the season has been Jacob Kmatz, the junior right-handers, 6-2 with a 3.48 ERA, 79 strikeouts, 19 walks, and 75 innings with a 2.90 SIERA. Both of those guys, elite. Hard to find a 1-2 that's better than that one. There are very few out in the country that can come close or match that. In the bullpen, or actually game three, is their freshman lefty, Eric Segura. Kind of came on out of nowhere early in the year. In the back half in the Pac-12 play, he kind of slowed down a little bit. But as Oregon State gets back out of conference, Segura could see some success again. Like I said, freshman lefty, 6-1 on the year, 4.61 ERA, 69 strikeouts, 18 walks in 66.1 innings with a 3.21 SIERA. And Oregon State also has that rare super solid fourth starter with Jaron Hunter, who has a 4.96 ERA. The bullpen here, 3.95 ERA on the weekends. And they contain 7 great arms, but none greater than the sidewinder Bridger Holmes, who has 12 saves, 42 strikeouts, and 29 innings with a 2.17 ERA. It's wicked, and he'll be one of the first relievers taken in this year's MLB draft as well. They'll be taking on the Tulane Green Wave. Tulane finished the year 35-24, 12-11 in their road games. Tulane is a good all-around baseball team, which makes them one of the stronger 4 seeds in this year's NCAA tournament. Jackson Lynn had an outstanding AAC tournament where he was named the most outstanding player there after his walk-off homer in the championship game against Wichita State. Lynn has only started in 41 of the Green Wave's 59 games, but he leads the team with 16 homers. 4 other Tulane hitters have hit double-digit dingers as well. The weekend rotation goes as follows. Chandler Welch, the junior right-hander. I expect him to get the ball against Oregon State. He's 7-3 on the year, 4.24 ERA, 87 strikeouts, 22 walks in 85 innings with a 3.21 SIERA. Game 2 would be Luke Flata, who's a junior left-hander, 4-3 with a 5.28 ERA, 60 strikeouts, 19 walks in 75 innings with a 4.04 SIERA. And then in game 3, Billy Price, a graduate senior left-hander, who's 3-2 with a 2.76 ERA, 30 strikeouts, 20 walks in 49 innings with a 5.06 SIERA. He's only made 5 starts this season, though. He's been recently starting games down the final stretch of the season, and he's looked all right in the new role. The Green Wave have a 5.20 bullpen ERA with 6 guys that have thrown at least 33 innings. So Coach Jay Ullman's kind of found the guys that he trusts, and he's rolling with them. But none of them really excel or stand out more than the other when it comes to assessing this bullpen on paper. To me, I'm going to go with this with this Oregon State team playing in front of the Corvallis crowd. Like I said, they've built tremendous depth up and down the order because of multiple people stepping in due to various injuries throughout the year. Some more serious than others, but almost everybody has stepped up and performed offensively for this Beavers team. And they've got plenty of performers in the back end of the bullpen. The weekend rotation outside of the top 2, when it gets to number 3, number 4, might not be as tremendous, but they do have established roles. And this Oregon State team is going to be dangerous. I think they have received a very friendly draw, not only in this regional, but also the super regional, as Kentucky's not one of your high-powered programs out there. Oregon State definitely has more glamour when it comes to program status over the last decade. So Oregon State, I think they should be, very thankful for the favorable draw that they received here. So I have Oregon State winning game 1 against Tulane. And before we get to the second matchup here, let me talk to you about joining me first off on the college baseball experience for during the road to Omaha, as this show is the industry leader in NCAA baseball gambling analysis. The tournament begins Friday morning, May 31st. During the week leading up to Friday, listen to all 16 regional previews or the bracket picks episode to make sure you get down on some of the best price futures available. Join the College Baseball Experience bracket group to compete against myself and some of my friends in the college baseball gambling space and at SGPN. The first place winner will receive a $200 SGPN gift card, and additional prizes could be announced soon depending on the size of the pool. If you want to join, click that link in the description below or visit sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bracket. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bracket. Also, I will be releasing daily betting picks episodes throughout the entire tournament. Experience the better side of college baseball with the College Baseball Experience. Underdog Fantasy is available in 30-plus states, including California, Texas, and Canada. They also just launched their Champions, which is their player versus player format in Florida. Sign up today with the promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick, plus first-time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. From the superstars to the bench players, Rhythm finds the best player prop lines, all backed by AI data, without you needing to endlessly scroll a sportsbook. Download the Rhythm app today, RITHMM, then begin a free 7-day trial and start winning your NBA player props with Rhythm, available wherever you get your apps. All right, let's get to the second matchup here inside the Corvallis Regional. We have UC Irvine. The Anteaters are finished the season 43-12, 20-5 record on the road there in the Big West. UC Irvine is an elite team at getting on base with the second best on base percentage in the country at 445, a 315 team batting average with a low strikeout rate, and the 10th most runs scored per game, over 9 tallies per game there. 6 hitters have an average over 300 in this lineup. Miles Smith and Caden Kendall are a talented duo inside the top 3 of their batting order. Smith has some good speed and an insane 405 batting average with an 1154 OPS. Kendall is hitting 389 with a 1068 OPS. The weekend rotation goes as follows. Nick Pinto, the senior left-hander. This season, he's 9-2 with a 344 ERA, 90 strikeouts, 21 walks, and 89 innings with a 312 Sierra. In game 2, Trevor Hansen, the freshman righty, he's 6-3 with a 564 ERA, 66 strikeouts, 33 walks, and 68.2 innings with a 411 Sierra. And then in game 3, Tim Grack, who's a freshman righty, 2-1, 560 ERA, 39 strikeouts, 21 walks, and 35.1 innings with a 402 Sierra. In the bullpen, the Anteaters also have a super solid unit with a 419 weekend ERA. Ricky Ojeda and Ricky Tibet are the go-tos out of the pen here. And there's a bit of a cliff after them, but Ojeda, 69 strikeouts and 47 innings pitched with a 306 ERA. And then Tibet, 48 innings and 48 strikeouts and 44 innings with a 307 ERA. For Nicholls State here, they are another strong offensive team in this Corvallis Regional. Edgar Alvarez won Southland Player of the Year with an 1198 OPS campaign with 73 runs scored, 12 homers, and a 411 batting average. Many people will talk about the ace, Jacob Myers, as another star on this team, but I think the Anteaters, they're actually kind of a bad matchup here for the ace. Myers is a sophomore left-hander who's 5-1 with a 428 ERA, 105 strikeouts. He really runs it up there in the high 90s with 74 walks, though, in 69.1 innings. Remember, we talked about this UC Irvine team that excels at getting on base. They do not strike out. This kid has a little bit of control issue. They're just going to really wait him out. They're going to work up his pitch count, 4 or 5 innings, and he's gone. They're going to get into this bullpen. So, with that being said, game 2 for Nicholls State in this regional, they'll start Michael Cavedo. He's a junior left-hander, 5-0 with a 5.01 ERA this season, 66 strikeouts, 21 walks, and 64.2 innings with a 367 Sierra. And then in game 3, Devin DeSandro, who's a freshman right-hander, 6-4, 394 ERA, 41 strikeouts, 13 walks, and 61.2 innings with a 4.02 Sierra. In the bullpen, the Southland reliever of the year resides here in the Colonel bullpen. Nico Saltaformaggio leads the team in innings, and he comes out of the pen with a 388 ERA and has diced up he's diced up 64 batters this season. So, I mean, you have a reliever leading the team in innings with 64 strikeouts. Just a little bit, flipped upside down here for Nicholls State. I think when you're giving up the lead early with Myers, Saltaformaggio is not really going to come in with a lead or a close game. I think Irvine's up 2-3 early, and it's going to be too much too late if they decide to go to one of their best out of the pen, because it's really just him. And then they're in the Southland Conference. When those 5 and 6 ERAs there in the back half of the pen, I expect Irvine and Oregon State to be able to pick that apart pretty easily. So in my losers bracket game, I have Nicholls State and Tulane. I'm going to take Tulane in that game. Nicholls State will go 0-2 in this regional for me. Tulane's a lineup. They're not great on paper season long, but they've been really hot lately. They dominated that AAC conference tournament. I think with that combined with Luke Flata in game 2, I think that's good enough to get them a victory in this regional. Give me Oregon State in game 2 over Irvine with Jacob Kamatz on the mound. And that just all-around talented team, both in the lineup and the bullpen. Then it goes to UC Irvine against Tulane here in the elimination game. If it all goes to plan, Tulane would have a grad left-hander and Billy Price up against Tim Grack, the freshman right-hander for Irvine. I think Tulane's live. I really do. So I'm actually once again going to take the Green Wave. I think the offensive momentum is something serious here, and they've got the better pitcher on the mound with a bullpen that has been pretty solid. And they, like I said, there's a true core here that head coach Jay Ullman has really fallen in love with. That have emerged from the rest of the pack. So I think it's Oregon State Tulane in a regional final where I'm going to have the Beavers coming out in 3 games. So Oregon State, the Beavers, my regional winner here, Tulane as my regional runner-up for those that are competing in the bracket pools that require your regional final winner and then a runner-up. So thank you all for tuning in to the Corvallis Regional Preview. Check out all the other ones that we've currently uploaded and the ones that are coming in after. You've been listening to the College Baseball Experience. Adios, amigos.